Hello and welcome to this C&D video. The focus of this video is to provide greater clarity and detail when identifying power standards and essential learnings. We are showing you how to use a table of specification in this video as a tool for identifying those power standards. If you will note on the screen, you will see that there is a web address. You can find more information at the Nebraska Department of Education's website. On that website, you just need to go into the particular curriculum area that you're interested in finding the table of specifications of. Click on it, go and do a search for your grade level, and you'll be able to find that. You'll also be able to find on that same page information concerning assessed standards, and also you will find some practice tests. Now let's take a closer look at the table of specification. I took one page, turned it into a PDF, and put it on this presentation as a visual aid. If we look, we can see on the left side of our sheet that we have the different standards, and then if we go across, we can see the numbers of questions that are asked. The first column here represents the level or the depth of knowledge, the OK level that the assessment goes up to, and then each of these represents a DOK level. This is level 1, level 2, and level 3. You can see that the highest level on this assessment for standard 12.3.1 is level 3, and there'll be 1 to 2 questions at level 3 on the state assessment, the NISA assessment. If you go to the very far right column, you will see the total number of questions over this particular standard that you will find on the it's the NEPASS assessment, the NEPASS. Okay, at this point what we really want to do is take a look at this column on the far right side, and you're going to see some numbers here. I'm going to shrink this up just a little bit so we can see more of the numbers. You're going to see that there are different numbers and the number of questions being asked. And one of the things that pops out at me right away is this column right here, standard 12.3.1D. There's going to be 3 to 5 questions on the NEPASS assessment, and 1 to 2 of them is going to be at level 3. So I'm going to mark that off. That's going to probably be an essential learning. I still want professional discussion to take place. I still want decisions being made by teachers, but that's a pretty strong indicator that is going to be a power standard at some grade level at some point. Another thing that pops out to me are these 3 down here, 1 to 3 questions. Those need to be looked at. I don't know if those are going to be identified as power standards, but they might be and they might not be. Educators have to make a decision concerning those and have a specific discussion concerning whether or not those are worthy of spending time and energy on, and if they are, how much time and how much energy are we going to put into the mastery of those standards. Because we're looking at math, it's probably a good idea to keep in mind too that these might absolutely be essential learnings that are going to be learned maybe at the 8th grade level, possibly 7th grade. Maybe they're assessed at a higher rate on the 8th grade assessment. So we do need to communicate across the grade levels to identify when each one of these different standards that we see here are mastered. This might be a power standard that's mastered by the end of the 8th grade. So it's good to have discussions with teachers at the other grade levels to identify that. We also want to take a close look at these as well. 2 to 4 asked at level 3. These are probably critical learning objectives. Are essential learning objectives. They're probably power standards. But again, we need to have a professional discussion with other educators to make those decisions to ensure that we are spending time and putting energy into the right learning objectives. Ultimately, the goal is to be better prepared to make decisions concerning our power standards, to have all the information and all the tools available to us to make those decisions. The table of specifications is just one tool. We can also look at the state of Nebraska's practice tests. We can look at the Common Core for more information. And then we also need to just have professional discussions about what is absolutely critical for our students to know and to be able to do once they graduate, and what students need to know and be able to do to be successful in the next grade level. Hopefully this video is helpful to you in giving you guidance on how to use table of specifications. And if you have any questions, feel free to give me a call or send me an email. Thanks.
Hey, this is Joel. I just want to let you know that the table of specifications can also be found on the PLC website. If you go to mccookbison.org, click on PLC, you can find your curriculum content area, and it should have a direct link to the table of specifications that you're looking for. And also, it's coming soon. It's going to be on a Google Plus community page where you can find all those resources in one spot.